Whoa! Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this right here. Well, you didn't like it, did you? Scottie Pippen being better than James Worthy. It's just the facts, guys. And I put the video out, and I knew all these so-called fans of Jim, no research and no NBA facts, I knew they would do this. Bring up the NBA Finals, guys. The NBA Finals. This guy won MVP in the NBA Finals. Whoop-de-doo. Iguodala won it. Jaylen Brown won it. It's a lot of guys that won it. That don't mean you was better than the best player on the team. It just don't. You had a good series, whatever. And maybe you took advantage of some matchups. Just stop it. So let's look at the NBA Finals. Let's look at the NBA Finals for Scottie Pippen and James Worthy. There you got it, guys. Are you happy? Scottie Pippen played more minutes than Worthy, scored a couple less points than Worthy at times, okay? But everything else, he got rolled. He got rolled on assists, rebounds, blocks, steals, everything. Everything else he got rolled. It ain't even close. It ain't even close. Scottie Pippen is averaging, I don't know, 3 to 4 more rebounds than James Worthy sometimes. What about assists? It's not even close, guys. Same thing with assists. 3 to 5 more assists. What about steals? It ain't even close, guys. A steal more on average than James Worthy? What about blocks? It's not even close, guys. It's not even close right here. Worthy averaged a block 1 time in the NBA Finals. Scottie Pippen did it 4 times. Okay? It's not even close. And look at the minutes Scottie Pippen is playing. Scottie Pippen was hurt in some of these NBA Finals and still went out there and played, man. It's not even close. So, like I said on the video before, what did we tell you? That Worthy is a one-way player, is an offensive player. That's it. Is there anything wrong with that? No. But that ain't what Scottie Pippen is. Scottie Pippen is a two-way player or all-around player, whatever you want to say. I would say it just depends. If we're saying that Worthy is a one-way offensive player, I guess you could say, whatever you want. You could say Pippen is a two-way player or all-around player. I'm just saying. You guys are looking silly. You guys are looking silly for a guy, again, James Worthy. If we just go with small forwards, okay? He never made an All-NBA team. All-NBA second or first. I'm about to say team. He almost did it. He didn't make an All-NBA team until 91 and 92, guys. That's crazy. And that was a third team, okay? That was a third team. So he was in the league. The whole time he was in the league, he was never 1 or 2 best small forward. He never was. And if it came out in 89, right? 3 teams. So 89 and 90, he wasn't even top 3 small forward. I mean, what are we talking about? And depending on how many forwards, small forwards they actually put on, I haven't checked it, but do you want me to check it and bust your bubble? Because if you're good enough, they're going to put you on there on All-NBA. It don't matter if you're a small forward, and it don't matter if you're a power forward. They're going to put you on there, just like the guards. If you're good, they're just going to put you on there. That's how they operate on the All-NBA. Let me see. I mean, it's a lot to look at. If I didn't think I was going to have to look it up, but when we actually look at it like that, I'm gonna read it off right now. So he will be eligible for the first one in 83. So he didn't make none until 91. So on the first team in 83, Dr. J and Larry Bird, right? Those are 2 small forwards, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not all the time that they go small forward and power forward. If you're just good enough to be on there, you're gonna be good enough to be on there. On the second team, Alex English. That's a small forward. Buck Williams, okay, he's a power forward. Now 84. Are you ready? Are you listening? Bernard King, he's a power forward. Larry Bird was on there on the first team. He's a small forward. Adrian Dantley, I think he's a small forward. And then you got Julius Erving, another small forward. So that's what I'm saying. There's 3 small forwards on here. There were 4 on 83. 84, 83 was 4. 84 is 3. Oh my God, I might have to remake that chart, guys. Hey, don't play with me now. So 85, the forwards on the first and second team. The first team, Bernard King, we know he's a power forward. Then you got Larry Bird. Then you got Terry Cummings. What is he? Oh man, I'm not really sure what Terry Cummings is. I would have to say he's a power forward. The guy is not little. And you got Ralph Sampson. Of course, he's a power forward. He could be a damn center. 86, Dominique Wilkins and Larry Bird on the first team. These are 2 small forwards. And then you got Charles Barkley and Alex English on the second team. Charles Barkley, depending on how you look at it, but we know Alex English is a small forward. 87 on the first team, McHale, power forward. Larry Bird, small forward. Charles Barkley, second team. Depends how you look at it. And then you got Dominique Wilkins. 88, Charles Barkley and Larry Bird. Second team. Karl Malone, power forward. Dominique Wilkins. And then you got, did we miss one? Okay, now it's 89. It's the third team. You got third team now. Third team, guys. This guy's getting beat out by Terry Cummings, guys. Terry Cummings, he got beat out one year by, let me see. Well, they got beat out twice by Terry Cummings. The other guys, I could see. I mean, he wasn't better than Alex English. So, like I said, 89, Charles Barkley and Karl Malone is on the first team. Second team, you get beat out by Chris Mullin, which is a great player. You got beat out by Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers on the second team. Oh my goodness, man. In the third team, Terry Cummings and Dominique Wilkins for the forwards. I mean, did you guys really want me to take this guy serious? Worthy? 1990, guys. Charles Barkley and Karl Malone on the first team. I'm serious. Old ass Larry Bird, crippled back and everything, is still a better forward than you. James Worthy. He's on the second team with Tom Chambers. Wow. On the third team, you got Worthy and you got, he was on the third team. I guess that was 90 and 91, not 91 and 92. You got Worthy and Chris Mullin. But still, you got Tom Chambers beat you out. Wow. For the second team? Wow. It took for them to come up with a third team just for him to make All-NBA, guys. First team on 91. Charles Barkley, Karl Malone. Second team, Bolin and Dominique Wilkins. In third team, Bernard King and James Worthy. Wow, guys. Wow. And then he ended up playing until like 94. And he had no more. And then here comes Scottie Pippen in 92. He finally makes second team. And even Dennis Rodman made third team over Worthy in 92, guys. I mean, really? Really? I'm done. I'll never miss. You got to be a bot. You have to be a bot to be this dumb. You have to be a bot to be coming from gym, no research. This is crazy, guys. This guy was getting beat out by all kind of guys that people will sit up here and say, oh no, James Worthy is better than this guy. If I never read this, you would say James Worthy was better than Tom Chambers. And Tom Chambers beat him out. They probably would say he's better than Chris Mullin. What's them other names? Even, nothing against Larry Bird, but Larry Bird was hurt and he was beating you out. How you let a hurt Larry Bird beat you out? That don't make no sense. Terry Cummings. You let Terry Cummings beat you out? And this was early on, guys. This was like, let me see. Alex English was beating you out. Terry Cummings beat you out in 85, guys. Beat him out in 85. Adrian Dantley beat him out. Buck Williams beat him out. Because like I said, they're just throwing forwards on there. It don't matter. They'll throw 2 power forwards on there. They'll throw four power forwards if they got to. Or like I said, the first one that I read, I think, what was it, 83 or something like that? They had 4 small forwards on there. What's the deal? I mean, what's the deal? I told you guys, when we looked at it, Scottie Pippen made 7 All-NBAs in defensive teams at the same time. 7 All-NBAs in 7 defensive teams all at the same time. What? Worthy made no defensive teams, so he couldn't make All-NBA in defensive at the same time. Right? And he only made 2 All-NBA third teams. What are you talking about? What? I don't understand. Resume is resume. For some reason, if you lay out anybody else's resume, it counts. If you lay out Michael Jordan's resume, Tim Duncan's resume, Magic Johnson's resume, it counts. But when it comes to Scottie Pippen or Wilt Chamberlain or Kareem, oh no, their resumes don't count, man. What they did on their resume don't count. It don't count, guys. So we're not trying to say James Worthy wasn't this and James Worthy wasn't that, but he wasn't better than Scottie Pippen. You know? He was great at what he did, which he was a one-way player, guys. Remember, on his team, his team was stacked, guys. His team was, as far as like, not what I'm trying to say is, he didn't have to play defense, right? Why? Because he had defensive guys on his team. He had defensive guys on his team. So he didn't have to play defense. Kareem was in the middle. You had, what's his name? Michael Cooper on the outside. Even, what's his name? I think Klay Thompson's father, I think he played out there on the perimeter, if I ain't mistaken. I mean, that team was pretty good, a good defensive team. So Worthy didn't have to play defense. All he had to do was score. Which, I mean, I'll give him credit. He was good at scoring. He was real efficient around the basket. He wasn't a good outside shooter or nothing like that. He wasn't no good outside shooter or nothing like that. He just stayed close to the basket, you know, doing little moves and stuff like that. He was efficient. I'm not gonna lie about that. He was good around the basket. He do little half hook shots and all kind of stuff, and you know. But no, he ain't the player Scottie Pippen is. The awards show it, man. But what else do you want? Like I was saying in the first video. Look, people bang on Scottie Pippen saying he wasn't, you know, he wasn't he's what they were saying. They were saying, people like Jim, they were, oh, he wasn't even the 3rd best small forward in the league. What? I'm not trying to say he was the best, but at least he had 3 All-NBAs. First team. He had 3 of them. And he had, I'm not for sure how many second. He only had 2 thirds, if I ain't mistaken. So he was mostly, in his prime, he was probably 2nd at worst. That ain't bad. Because you got to remember, I mean, all that time you got Charles Barkley and Karl Malone on the first team. There's no shame. And by the time we got to the mid-90s, I think that's when he started knocking Charles Barkley off that first team. Because after 93, Charles Barkley kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the same Charles Barkley of old. He wasn't gonna knock Karl Malone off. Karl Malone was always consistent, but he was knocking Charles Barkley off that first team. But before that, it was Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, just like every single year in the late 90s into about 93? I want to say. And then I think Pippen made first team 94, 95, and I want to say 96, and then after that, no. But that ain't bad. That ain't bad to be the 2nd or 3rd best small forward in the league. That ain't bad. Now, we know about Dominique Wilkins in what happened to him. But still, even if Pippen was behind Dominique Wilkins, you saw that James Worthy was behind Dominique Wilkins all them years. James Worthy was not that guy, man. He was an efficient, good scorer around the basket, and he was a poor rebounder, and that's all he could do. He couldn't get at least 5 assists. He couldn't do that. I know it's hard with Magic on that team or whatever like that, but he just played a role. This is the guy that had to have Michael Jordan hit the last shot in the championship game. Go figure. They said Michael Jordan couldn't shoot coming into the NBA. Ain't that the dumbest shit you ever heard? They said, "Oh, Michael Jordan can't shoot. He need to work on his shot coming in the NBA." But he hits the last shot in college. I don't know when they say Michael Jordan couldn't shoot. I was watching his rookie year. He was shooting from the mid-range all out there. I don't know what they were saying. What that man? He shot 50%. He was a mix of slashing and shooting from outside at the mid-range. I don't know why they say he couldn't shoot. Maybe because I think because he was a guard, they thought guards are supposed to shoot more from the perimeter than what Michael Jordan was doing, because half of his shots were like slashing and then half of them was shooting from the mid-range. But I thought Michael Jordan was a good shooter his rookie year. Especially the way he takes the difficult shots. They ain't easy to take. Off balance, up and under, pump fakes, all that type. That shit ain't easy. No. Those are the kind of shots you're not supposed to take. Remember, back in the day, you take shots like that, the coach would get mad. Because those shots aren't efficient. But Michael Jordan changed that. But, like Jim says, what do you want from me? I showed it to you guys. And I didn't on an All-NBA, I didn't even plan to show you it. I just told you by the accolades that this guy made 2 third teams, and that's it. What was it, 90? I said 91 and 92. I guess it was 90 and 91. I guess I was wrong, whatever. But, and then I showed you this guy getting beat out. He get beat out. And why did he get beat out? By some of these guys that I just talked about. Why? Why was he getting beat out by, some of these guys, Terry Cummings and Tom Chambers and, some of these guys? Why? Because that's all he could do, man, was score. When they look at all NBA, anything, all NBA defense, all NBA, just all NBA period, or all NBA defense, they look at a lot of things. They look at your points, your rebounds, your assists, your efficiency, stuff like that. Your blocks, they're going to look at that. They're going to look at everything. See where you're at. So when they look at James Worthy, ain't nothing there, guys. But points. The man put up points. That's it. On a high level. They're going to look at, for your position, how many rebounds did you put up? How many, assists did you put up? How many blocks or steals did you, for your position? Every position ain't going to be the same stats. Okay? And then, for, all NBA defensive, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to look at the numbers you put up for your position. And James Worthy wasn't doing it, guys. He was a poor rebounder for his position. You talking about LeBron James is a poor rebounder for a position. No, James Worthy is a poor rebounder for his position. But don't nobody say nothing about this guy, because obviously he was never that dude like that. That's why nobody ever, really bring him up like that. So, the most he ever averaged was 6 rebounds in a season. What is this? 6.3. No, 6.4. Michael Jordan averaged that. He averaged 1 block 2 times. That's it. And his regular season numbers, they basically the same as Scottie Pippen, really. 20 points, 19 points, 17, 14, depending on what season. That's what he put up. He put up the same points as Scottie Pippen, basically. But Scottie Pippen just murdered him and everything else in prime numbers. Especially in the finals. That was crazy. You see that? Scottie Pippen murdered him in the finals. That's all they really had, really. They didn't have another, star player like that. It was 3 stars on one damn team. With him, Kareem, and Magic. They weren't like that with the Bulls. Yeah, Robin did come, but he's just gonna grab a whole bunch of rebounds. That's all he's gonna do. He's gonna put up no points or facilitate or nothing. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna get off of here. The All NBA says it all. That's it. It says it all. And I try to tell you guys, when I put up that first post this morning about the All NBA, 2 13s for James Worthy. Wow. Wow. And you guys thought I was joking until I had to break your heart and read off the All NBA. What was it, from 83 to 93 or something like that? It's heartbreaking, man. It's like, damn, if you ain't gonna make All NBA, man, at least play some damn defense. Make a damn defensive team or something. You can't even make a defensive team? Not one? Well, he had a good ride. But he just won't even. He won in the wheelhouse with Scottie Pippen, man. Won in the wheelhouse. And Scottie had, what do you have? I know he had those 7. So I think he was 8-time All NBA. Damn, that's a big difference, guys. Like 8-time All NBA to Worthy's 3. And Scottie Pippen was 10-time defensive to Worthy's 0. Golly, man, it's just, I don't even know what to say, man, for these gym followers. Oh, I know what they'll say. They'll say, "Oh, Scottie want nothing without Jordan." That's what people like Jim will say. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen wouldn't be nothing. Well, yeah, they might be right, but Mike might not have no championships neither. Mike might not have no championships because I don't think Mike wanted to play next to another star player. Because I think Mike wanted his stats. Mike just wanted to play with next to a guy, kind of like a Pippen, kind of like a Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to play with another leader. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that. Whatever came through the draft, okay, that's what happened to Kareem with Magic. I mean, that's what happened with Bird with McHale. It's like sometimes, whatever comes out of the draft, you can mold and shape them to be good. And then they got lucky. They got damn Worthy after that. That was crazy. Well, that probably was something magical for Kareem after he, all the shit he went through in the 70s. With basically nobody making All NBA on his team throughout the whole damn 70s except one time with old ass Oscar Robertson, and that's it. That's it. Meanwhile, Bill Russell came into the league with 2 guys already making All NBA the year before. Goodness God. Talk about the luckiest dude ever. That's like Bill Russell just came in and nobody was doing nothing with the Celtics. He just kick-started it. Yeah, right. Bill Russell, thank you for your civil rights work. But those MVPs ain't got nothing to do with that. MVP is for what you did in the league, not for civil rights work, guys. So let me get off of here. Let you guys go ahead and marinate on that. It is what it is.